Okay, boys and girls, so today we're gonna go over chapter 3, lesson 2. Before we started this lesson, I asked you guys to make this set of notes on a separate piece of paper. Did you guys do that? Yes? Okay. So remember, we are learning about different civilizations, and on the left, you were supposed to write down the following words, and on the right, as you were reading, you were supposed to write down any definitions or any notes that you found about this. So for example, advanced cities, what are advanced cities? Specialized workers, what are specialized workers? If you guys did not fill that out, that's fine. We're gonna do this as a whole class. So let's go ahead and start with the first section. So the first civilization. Let me have Noah. Noah, can you help me by reading this first paragraph, building on what we know? Nice and loud, okay?
Citizens today have a wide range of cultural options. These include sports, entertainment, museums, and restaurants. They also often give people the chance to gain a good education or a promising job as you are about to read. Even the earliest citizens were places of opportunities and culture.
Okay, so this paragraph is basically telling us that right now we have a lot of cultural options, right? You go out, there's a variety of sports that you can go watch. There is several restaurants or different museums. There is a lot to do. There's also an education system that you guys have where you guys can learn so that when you grow older, you can get a job, right? So this is what we're going to be learning about the first civilization. So this is what we currently do right now, but let's see how this all started. So we're going to start with the rise of a civilization. Our essential question here is, how did civilization develop in the region of Sumer? Let me have Maya. Maya, could you go ahead and read this section for me, please? Where it says the rise of agriculture.
The rise of agriculture enabled people to settle in villages. They didn't have to search for food as more people decided to live in community. Villages grew larger in time. They became cities. City leaders had to start organizing workers to solve problems such as building and cleaning irrigation canals over time. Society and culture grew more complex. These changes led to an advanced form of culture called civilization. Most historians think the first civilization rose about 3300 BC in Sumer, which was a region in southern Mesopotamia.
Thank you. Now let me see. Can I have you read this next section? The traits of civilizations. Yes, the 5 traits. Uh-huh.
Five things characterize civilization: advanced cities, specialized workers, advanced
Institutions, correct? So let's go ahead and read advanced cities. What are the advanced cities? Surplus, grain. Example. Temples. Thank you. We're gonna pause there. We have this second sentence that tells us at first cities became important because farmers needed a place to store and trade their surplus grain. Who remembers the word surplus from lesson 1? Does anyone remember what that word means? The word surplus. Does anyone remember? No? So on lesson one, you guys were learning about how when people grew a lot of grain, for example, if they had a lot of grain, instead of keeping it and letting it go bad, what would they do with whatever they had extra? Does anyone remember? They would trade it with another city so that way they can get whatever they might be missing, right? Because where they live, where some people live, maybe they didn't have a certain kind of food. So if you grew more than what you needed of something, you could take that extra stuff that you had, go somewhere else, and trade it for something that probably was not growing in your hometown. So that's why it's telling us here. At first, cities became important because the farmers, they needed a place to store and trade whatever extra grain they had. So talk to your classmates. Let's see what we can summarize or what is important from advanced cities. Talk to the people in your team, and I need you guys to come up with a short sentence that you guys can write down on your notes, because this is one of the things that you guys need to write on your notes. On that little chart that I showed you, on here, you have to tell me a short little summary on here. What are advanced cities? Talk to your classmates and come up with a sentence, please. And then I'm going to give you guys a minute, and maybe someone can share with me what you guys wrote down. You might need to reread it again so that way you guys are able to understand what it says. Okay, what did you guys come up with? What's important about this section? If I was to ask you to highlight some important ideas, what would you highlight from here? If I want to take out the most important key ideas. Renelle, do you have something? Okay, so that was one thing. That's a good one. So they offered places where people could pray. That's one good one. What else do we have? What else is important? Yes, Brittany. So a place to store and trade. So advanced cities have places to store and trade. They had places where people could go pray. What else? Yes, Noah. Yes, So cities offer jobs, right? If they had places to store the grain, they probably needed people to be there to take care of the grain, right? If they had temples where people could pray, they needed people to build those temples, right? So an advanced city had all of the things that you guys actually mentioned. Now it's exciting. all these little keywords that you guys are finding here, those are the keywords, the ones that I highlighted. You can underline them or highlight them, and those are the ones that you need to be writing down in your little chart. Just those keywords. What makes an advanced city advanced? Well, they have places to store surplus grain, they have places to trade it, they have temples where people pray, and they offer different types of jobs. And you know what? We'll highlight them right now, and then if you guys want, we can always write them later. So I'll just have you guys highlight this, and then we can write them. Okay? Moving on to our next one. The next one talks about, oops, let me just make this a little smaller so that you guys are able to highlight it still. Remember, you can highlight or underline, it doesn't matter. And then for this next one, Yaelin, can I have you read specialized workers, please? Surpluses. Okay, cool. So same thing with this one. Specialized workers, talk to the people in your table and highlight or underline what are the key ideas on here. Just like we did on here. What made those cities advance? What was important about those specialized workers? Why did people need them? And if someone has something already, feel free to raise up your hand and let me know. Yaelin, what do you have? Oh, wait, let me just open them up. Okay, got it. Can you, oh, I found it. So, it tells us that workers were able to specialize, which means to do a job that requires a special skill. Okay. Do you guys know what those special skills are? Yes, Noah? Yeah? So all those, they require a special skill, right? Because not everybody is able to build a house. Not everyone is able to do jewelry or pottery. For every job, you need a specific skill. To be a teacher, you need to be able to stand up here and talk to people, right? To be able to be a doctor, you need to be able to be patient. You need to be able to have a strong stomach because you're going to see a lot of blood. You're going to, see different people. Every job requires you to have something specific to be strong enough to be able to do that job successfully. Same thing here, right? It tells us that they had special skills. So based on their skill, they would, do the job. What else excess amount of food, they had to make sure that they store it, but making sure to store it